Hey guys, Big Chonis coming at you. Live update. Bitcoin just broke $40,000. I'm on the daily chart here. When I use this as an example of pulling up two indicators that have acted as support, really the whole way up here, a couple wicks below testing it. But now being on the underside for several weeks now, we have the bearish cross follow through of our EMA 12 and 26 here. Our Bollinger Bands beginning to expand now as we retest the lower Bollinger Band. Down here now we have our middle Bollinger, which was equal to level, finally on its way down here, and our upper BB is still basically sideways here, which really just signifies, even though this move is happening, the lack of moderate to severe volatility, at least as of now. Thinking about where we are in terms of our moving averages, MA50 now is acting as resistance. MA100 is the next stop here. Again, just a few $100s to where Bitcoin currently is here. And of course, our MA200 is at 33K. What's notable, obviously, of these three indicators here is that they're all on the proper order, the 50 over the 100 over the 200, and they're all currently facing up. But we can see over the next several days here, the MA50 is scheduled to actually begin to take its first downturn. Remember, all the way since October here, when it would basically started that continuation of the bullish uptrend here. Again, I'm on the daily chart here, checking out our MACD back in the negative there, and histograms continuing to rise. Check out our chalk and money flow. This is notable. We have had a bullish, positive chalk and money flow since October. Now we are in a bearish profile here. Now these tend to be shorter situations than the bullish ones. You can see the bullish ones get a lot higher. The bearish ones tend to be quicker. But this is notable that we are losing the money flow momentum that we had heading into the ETF. Unbalanced volume here, still a lot of running room on the downside before we actually show any signs of capitulation here, because we basically has been also on an uptrend ever since early October there. And then our RSI here, this is daily RSI falling back to this mid 30s here. Again, we keep putting in these lower highs, and you're looking for that sense of a bullish divergence. And right now the charts really aren't giving it to us here. And then our stochastic here, we're having a hard time bouncing here, but still holding that overall higher low on the previous one there. So, still early-ish in the day. We have about 4 hours left to solidify this daily candle. But as you can see, when we kind of zoom out and go to the left here, if you will, this area of chop was major chop all the way back in January of 22. We can see that it was, support, resistance, support, resistance. Now we're back in here. And listen, we were in this, particular phase here for such a long time that, basically 100 days. So we have similar opportunities here that could potentially take us into March and still chop around this overall area, maybe in the high 30s to, the low to mid 40s. Obviously, it can't be argued by this point here that the ETF was a sell the news event. We can see from where the news actually happened to where we currently are, almost a 20% drop. Now, we've had 20% drops all the way up, basically, in this bullish market. Look at that, 22%. Look at that, 20%. Look at that. One more. There you go. Look at that. 23%. So right now we are doing basically what is par for what we've done several times, and this one and this one and this one all showed to be buying opportunities ever since the lows of November. So is this time different? It might be. Doesn't really have to be. Now we can also think about this in terms of our Fibonacci as we pull back here. We have our lows set in last year, basically the beginning of the year, and now we have our highs here, and you can see the 236, which actually acted as initial support a couple days ago, is being chewed through right now with a hot knife through butter, leaving our next major area of fib support at $35,000. That would also correspond holding and maintaining and bouncing off the 382 as some sort of bull flag potential. We can get all the way down here, find that support, and then use this to bounce off on and try and establish higher highs. So this area at the 382 at 35K-ish area will be definitely in play if the daily candle today, which again still have about 4 hours left, does close, let's say, under $40,200. So notable day in Bitcoin price action, having broken above 40K back towards the end of last year and tickling 50K. We've now firmly rejected off of that and have dropped about $10,000 from the highs just not that long ago. So Big Chonis here. Hope you enjoy the update. Keep posted. Stay tuned.